Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gebo the Shaman, and today we are talking about what happens when we have Saturn placed in your 7th house in your birth chart. So before we get into all that good stuff, I'd just like to let you guys know that I am a Vedic astrologer. I do Vedic astrology readings professionally for a living, so if you're interested in anything that I have to offer, purchasing my services and products and courses would be greatly appreciated. Alright, thanks. So if you can go to gebotheshaman.com, you'll find like all my stuff that I have to offer, so yeah. Anyway, let's talk about Saturn in the 7th house. So, the thing with this one is 7th house represents your marriage partner, your like a long-term spouse. So Saturn in here tends to slow marriages down. So that's the first thing. But before we get into that, so in order to understand more about this placement, we need to understand what Saturn means and what the 7th house means. So Saturn. What is Saturn? Saturn is the planet of karma. He is the cosmic judge. He is the lawyer. He is, fair and just. He's on time. He keeps the score. He keeps the books, the record books. So yeah, so Saturn is all about discipline, organization, structure, things like that. It's about the foundations. So Saturn will make you work very hard in building a foundation. He wants you to set it up in a way that is, perfect, structurally sound, things like that. But once that foundation is set and you've learned the lessons and the rules that Saturn wants you to abide by, then things get a lot easier. Alright? So Saturn in the 7th house. So the 7th house is the house of your marriage. The 7th house is also the house of your business partners. So anybody that you have a contractual relationship with, be that a car dealer, mortgage lender, things like that, that can all be seen in the 7th house. However, primarily it is considered the house of marriage. So this would be your primary marriage partner, a long-term spouse. So, yeah, 7th house is your relationship with your spouse. And it represents who your spouse is to you. Kind of like the 4th house. The 4th house represents who your mother is to you. Alright? Now, mothers, if they have different children, they can all perceive the same mother differently. Alright? So, just like spouses, two people, I'm talking at different times in their lives, but two people can have the same, let's say, woman as their spouse at different times, of course, like a first marriage, then a second marriage, and they can perceive her very differently. So it's who your spouse is to you. So, your spouse will seem to you as very disciplined, organized, structured, like a boss. She will seem like your boss. She will wear the pants in the in the relationship. Or he, whatever it is, you know. So anyway, so yeah, this is an interesting one because it's like, well, so one of the things about Saturn is it slows things down. So premarital, you might not get married until the age of maybe 28, but typically 35 to 41, or is it 41 or 42? I forget. Anyway, yeah, it's gonna be later in your life, not in your 20s, or later 20s kind of thing. So, but this is very good because Saturn in your 7th house makes you and your partner very dedicated, very committed, very serious about making your relationship work. It is that bond that you might have a karmic bond because Saturn relates to karma. You might experience like a deep commitment, like basically a lifetime partnership kind of thing. And that is rare in today's marriages, you know. Today's marriages, you know, if something goes wrong for long enough and it's like, okay, well, peace out. You know, it can be very like flaky like that. So that's good. You've got discipline, you've got commitment, you've got like a duty. So I would say you both feel that way. You both feel a sense of duty and commitment to each other, and that's a beautiful thing. So what else does Saturn represent? So Saturn can give you a marriage later in life, like I said. So the best thing to do for this is, you know, if you want to be married, you know, if you want to be married, work on yourself. Do the things that you want to do in your prime. You know, go travel, go experience the world. You know, go work on yourself. Personal development, that's important. You know, it's like kind of, you have to take personal responsibility for your own life, and you have to become the partner that you would like, in a way. So it's kind of trying to build the best version of yourself so that you can, instead of being codependent on people, Lord knows, you know, if you watch my channel, you've heard me talk ad nauseum about codependence, but yeah, that's a serious issue. Like, a lot of people are codependent, and a lot of relationships are, okay, what can you give to me? How can you benefit me? Not, or like, you know, or like, I need something for you, so are you going to do that for me? Interdependent relationships or independent relationships are where both partners are equally self-sufficient, equally, on that same level. So it is highly suggested that you become self-sufficient, that you not need anyone but yourself. A lot of people are desperate for partners, and they think that they're going to get their perfect partner. Sorry, perfect partners do not exist. Sorry. Like, you're going to get a human being when you get a partner. A human being with flaws and character defects and the whole lot of, challenges, problems, limitations, things like that. So work on yourself. And don't expect perfection. You need to love yourself, basically. You need to there's a difference between needing love from other people and the two partners equally giving and receiving love at the same time. So really, it's important to develop a love for yourself, and the ability to treat yourself right, the way you need to be treated, and and not depend on others to be doing that for you. So that is important. Something that I'm working on actively. So anyway, guys, yeah, I think that does it for me for today. So if you'd like to check out anything that I have to offer, all my courses, products, services, everything you see up here is down here. So GeboTheShaman.com, and you can see everything there. Now I do have I have everything on sale, but especially proud of my Vedic Astrology certification course. So that is a course. Excuse me, guys. So that's a great course for people who are looking to become professional Vedic astrologers. You got to start somewhere. So the course basically gives you a training in my style of Vedic astrology, and it takes you through how to give a astrology reading and read a birth chart, step A through step Z, and so it's really easy. There's a step-by-step guide in there and everything, so it couldn't be simpler. Anyway, so then we have the other thing that comes with that is the ability to become a professional astrologer. So when you pass the test, I'll give you your own website so you can start making some money, get in some clients, and I'll even promote you on the channel. Alright, so then what else? So then we have the Vedic astrology readings. So I have readings where I talk about, just a standard reading that I give everybody, but then I also have readings where I go into detail and depth about your career and your relationships. So that the relationship reading is not a synastry reading. That's important to know. Alright, and Then we have the birth time rectification. So I am about to release a video. I'm currently doing my research, but I'm about to release a video on Elon Musk, how to rectify a birth chart using Elon Musk as an example. All right. So, let's see. So, birth time rectification is a great service. You know, a lot of people their birth times are like could be like 5 or 10 minutes off, and so that's not entirely accurate. So it's good to have it down to the minute. That way, when an astrologer looks at your charts more in depth and in detail, they can really give you good predictions from that. And so that's why it's important to get a birth time rectification. And then we have distance energy healing. So, you know, distance energy healing is great for people. Not only is it great for people who are suffering from physical illnesses, but also from mental and emotional issues. Because all the problems, all the diseases and things like that, illnesses. Now, I am not a doctor when I say this, but all of those illnesses stem from emotions, trapped emotions. So when we tap into that energy, like we do in these courses here, in that distance energy healing, basically it releases the emotions that need to come up. And yeah, so speaking of the practices that I do, I have my cosmic qigong here, and I have my self-transformation challenge right there, and both of these programs are great. Cosmic qigong is like more of a beginner's program, but you know, it's good for everybody, and it's super easy to learn. The self-transformation challenge basically combines the 3 energy centers, or 3 types of energy of the body, and uses them synergistically, so they all work together. They all intertwine nicely, so they all, you know, mesh nicely together. And yeah, it's just a super profound and transforming practices. So there you can see me doing Kundalini. I also do Qigong, lightning Qigong of the heart center, and the and like meditations and stuff. So there's that practice too. Anyway, guys, then I have the career coaching and stuff like that. You can all check that out at my website, GeboTheShaman.com. Alright guys, so check that out, GeboTheShaman.com, for all my product, courses, services, everything that I have to offer. Go to GeboTheShaman.com, and we will talk to you next time. Peace.